Interesting facts about Joe Jackson lifestyle, managing career and his sad death. Joseph Walter, Joe Jackson was a talent manager best known as the father and manager of his children's careers, including the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, and Janet Jackson. He was inducted into the Arkansas Black Hall of Fame in 2011. Joseph Walter Jackson was born on July 26, 1928, in Fountain Hill, Ashley County. He was the oldest of 5 children of Samuel Joseph Jackson and Crystal Lee King. His father was a schoolteacher. Jackson remembered that his father was one of few African Americans in the area to own a car. The elite status earned his father the nickname of Professor Jackson. Much of Jackson's childhood was spent in Arkansas. However, when his parents separated, he left Arkansas at the age of 12 for Oakland, California. He later moved to be closer to his mother in East Chicago, Indiana, at the age of 18. Jackson pursued a career as a professional boxer but never achieved widespread success. He died in July 27, 2018 after suffering from pancreatic cancer with an estimated net worth of $500 million. If you enjoyed learning about Joe Jackson and want to hear more interesting facts, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more captivating stories and insights. Now let's look at his early life. Joe Jackson was born on July 26, 1928 in Fountain Hill, Arkansas to Crystal Lee and Samuel Joseph Jackson, who worked as a teacher. The oldest of 5 children, Jackson had a troubled childhood, reporting his father to be very strict and domineering. Jackson reportedly lived a lonely childhood and had few friends. His parents separated when Jackson was 12 and his siblings moved with their mother to East Chicago, Indiana. Joe, however, moved with his father to Oakland, California. His father remarried when Joe was 18 and at that point Joe joined the rest of his family in East Chicago. He did not finish high school. Personal life. Joe Jackson, also known as the manager of the Jackson family, led an intriguing personal life marked by both challenges and achievements. While living in Chicago, Jackson met Katherine Scruse, with whom he began a significant relationship despite a brief, annulled marriage to another woman. On November 5, 1949, Joe and Katherine married and later settled in Gary, Indiana, where they raised a large and talented family. The Jacksons had 10 children: Maureen Reillette, Rebbie, Sigmund Esco, Jackie, Toriano Adaryll, Tito, Jermaine La Jaune, Toya, Marlon, Brandon, Marlon's twin who died at birth, Michael Joseph, Stephen Randall, Randy, and Janet Damita Jo. In addition to his family life, Jackson had an extramarital affair, resulting in a daughter named Giovanni. Despite these personal complexities, Jackson remained a devoted family man and provided for his family by working as a crane operator at U.S. Steel in Gary. His passion for music led him to pursue a career in the industry during the mid-1950s. He formed a band called the Ford Falcons with his brother Luther. Unfortunately, the band did not achieve significant success, prompting Jackson to continue his employment at U.S. Steel to support his growing family. Despite the challenges, Jackson's determination and musical aspirations did not wane. He eventually shifted his focus to managing his children's burgeoning talents, most notably forming and guiding the Jackson 5, a group that achieved international fame and success. Joe Jackson's life was a blend of personal tribulations, steadfast work ethic, and a relentless drive to see his family's musical dreams realized. Career. Jackson turned his musical attention toward his children, recognizing their talent and potential for success. In the mid-1960s, he trained his older sons, Jackie, Tito, and Jermaine, for a musical career. Tito played instruments, while Jackie and Jermaine sang. Jackson built on the brotherly musical act, adding younger brothers Marlon and Michael. Together, they formed the Jackson 5. The Jackson 5 continued to practice under Jackson's direction and gained local attention. They began to travel and perform more, earning them a record contract with Motown Records in 1968. With Motown Records, the Jackson 5 rose to international fame, becoming, in 1970, the first group whose first 4 singles reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Jackson directed his children with a strict demeanor, insisting that they call him Joseph. As adults, they would remark that his strict management style prevented a close relationship between them. Jackson continued to manage the Jackson 5, as well as Michael's and Jermaine's solo careers. Management control waffled between Jackson and Motown Records CEO Berry Gordy, but Jackson regained control by managing his children's performances in Las Vegas, Nevada. However, his sons increasingly left Jackson's management until all withdrew in 1983. Michael Jackson embarked on an extremely successful solo career in the 1980s and 1990s, earning him the name, the King of Pop. Jackson managed the careers of his daughters Rebbie, Toya, and Janet in the early 1980s. However, like his sons, his daughters also left his management. Janet Jackson's solo career flourished in the 1980s and 1990s. Jackson was inducted into the Arkansas Black Hall of Fame in 2011. Death. On July 27, 2015, Jackson was rushed to a hospital after a stroke and heart arrhythmia while celebrating his 87th birthday in Brazil. He was not stable enough to fly out of the country for further treatment until 2 weeks later. Upon his arrival to Los Angeles on August 11, he was treated at the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center to correct his blurred vision following the stroke. In January 2017, Jackson's brother Lawrence died. On June 22, 2018, Jackson was hospitalized in Las Vegas in the final stages of terminal pancreatic cancer. He died at a hospice in Las Vegas at 3:30 a.m. PDT on June 27. He was surrounded by his wife and surviving children. On July 2, 2018, Jackson was interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, near Los Angeles, the same Southern California cemetery as his son Michael, who was buried there in 2009. Thank you for watching and remember to subscribe to this channel for more news on celebrities.